I was at my local branch of the New York Public Library last weekend looking at microfiche articles about migrating tree frogs and... Wait, I'm so sorry. I could be wrong here, but I think I smell some smoke, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for You Burnt! Welcome to the Burn Zone. We got a lot of topics to sizzle through and not a lot of time. Over here is the burner. Let's turn on the gas and load her up. Zoinks and gadzooks! First up, cologne. Cologne, the official smell of the stepdad who asks if the waitress is also on the menu. If cologne is so good and everybody wants it, why do they ambush you outside the Macy's elevator like they're pepper spraying a mugger? Also, cologne, why is it impossible to wear the right amount of you? There are only 2 amounts of cologne, none or olfactory war crime. Here's the best way to put on cologne. Spray some into the air and then run the other way. Cologne, I'd say you're the worst Musk, but come on. Sideburn Elon. And cologne, don't try to fancy yourself up by using names like Drakkar Noir. That just sounds like something a Targaryen would yell during sex. Also, could Drakkar Noir be easier to say? And hey, cologne, if I actually wanted a good time, I'd just go to Dusseldorf. Oh, sorry. Looks like that was a burn on the German city of Cologne. I'm not sure how that slipped in there. Hey, Cologne, smell you later. You burnt. Pickleball. Too rich for ping pong and too out of shape for tennis? Try pickleball. My only question is, why'd they name it pickleball when Wurstminton was right there for the taking? Also, are you allowed to bet on this sport? Because odds are 2 to 1 that Gary pops a kneecap. Also, pickleball, could you be any louder? I barely hit the ball over the net, and it sounds like Albert Pujols knocking it out of Busch Stadium. Oh, and hey, pickleball, I recently played you, and you're actually super fun. My writers don't understand that some of us are too rich for ping pong and too out of shape for tennis. So apologies. Pickleball, enough with the racket, you burnt. People who say autumn, calm down, Henry David Thoreau. It's a season, not an SAT test. Try slipping an autumn past me in conversation, and my foot will be summering in the cool shade of your ass. Every season gets one name. You don't see winter all of a sudden saying, I also go by Slushtoberfest. Also, fall is the perfect name for the season because it's descriptive. It's what the leaves do. I've never seen a leaf autumn from a tree. The season is fall. End of story.
I call it solstice.
Good for you, man. People who say autumn, peep this, you burnt. The Live Golf Tour, finally an answer to the question, is there any possible way to make golfers even less likable? Oh, did a bunch of entitled white country club members decide to follow the money? I would say I'm shocked, but golf is the only sport with multiple athletes whose last name is the Third. And hey, Live Tour, considering they can't even get a second pro football league to succeed, I don't feel very good about your chances of long-term success. Oh, what's that? Oh, they have unlimited Saudi money? Well, then I shall look forward to your long-term success. Live Golf Tour, guess you had a late tee time because you burnt. Costco. Sure, the Magnum of cough syrup I bought was too big to fit in the trunk, so I had to strap it to the roof of my Kia, but it's worth it to save 40 cents per gallon. And Costco shoppers, if you need 144 rolls of toilet paper, what you actually need is a doctor. Which, conveniently, Costco also has. Also, what's with the membership cards? If I had an extra $65 laying around, I wouldn't be shopping at goddamn Costco. This is a grocery store, not a yacht club.
We're actually having a sale on yachts.
Okay, well.
Aisle 10.
Everything's bigger in Costco, including the balls on the guy buying an 8-pound jar of queso that says best if consumed within 2 days of opening. And I swore I would never say this about pizza rolls, but that's too many. Costco, you better get a good deal on aloe, cause you burnt. Glue. That's right, we're burning glue. Don't like it? Well, I'd like to see you come up with 8 years of new topics for you burnt. No, let's do it. Glue! Or as I call it, the final leg of the Triple Crown. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We're burning glue, and we're starting with a joke about turning racehorses into glue. We're not setting you up with 2 soft ones and then going for the groaner. 8 years. Glue, you're like a maid of honor corralling a bunch of 15 bachelorettes through New Orleans. You're barely holding things together. And dried glue, could you not make my fingers look like and feel like Freddy Krueger's? Could you not? 8 years. Also, if glue's supposed to stick glitter to paper, then how come the glitter's everywhere? You're messier than a Real Housewives custody battle. And speaking of kids, good luck trying to stop them from eating this creamy white syrup of the gods. Look less delicious, Glue. Hey, Glue, make like Elmer and go fud yourself. Glue, you burnt. Aaron Judge, you recently hit your 60th home run, which puts you only 1 away from tying the all-time American League record and the all-time record among guys who weren't jacked up on roids. As a Red Sox fan, this breaks my heart. But I gotta give you credit. It's an amazing achievement, and that's why you're this week's Unburnable. Ascend to safety, my friend. All right, pick it up. Moving on, first day of school photos. I know it may seem a little late to burn these at the end of September, but considering that according to Instagram, the first day of school apparently now lasts from July 4th to Yom Kippur, I think they're fair game. I mean, I get it for kindergarten in the 1st grade, but why are you making your 12-year-old hold a sign that says first day of 6th grade? They look like a friggin' hostage holding today's newspaper. The only difference is most hostages aren't going through a very awkward stage of puberty that will now be memorialized forever. People who take first day of school photos, if you're gonna make your kid hold up a sign, it should say, my mom is using me for social media clout. First day of school photos, look at the camera and say, you burnt. Quiet quitting, finally a name for what most people have already done for most of human history, doing the bare minimum at work and hoping nobody notices. You know, like how my writers just put glue in you burnt 8 years after we started. Though, is it really quiet quitting if you're tweeting 3 times a day about it? Also, I haven't worn a suit in 2 years, so don't talk to me about quiet quitting. I invented that. Next week, I'm gonna start rotating in some pajamas into the wardrobe, and then I'm almost out. And finally, Wally, buddy, there's nothing on that card.
Sorry, Seth, I'm done for the day. Also, I can't hear you. I'm balls deep in this podcast.
Ugh! Stop saying you're balls deep in podcasts. Hey, quiet quitting, you burnt. Oh, that buzzer means we're out of time. This has been You Burnt.